Squats are, or at least can be, one of the most beneficial exercises anyone can do from an athletic performance standpoint, as well as general health and well-being standpoint. Unfortunately, for a lot of people out there though, they can cause a lot of pain in your knees. So much so for some that they'll just tell themselves altogether that they have bad knees and will refuse to do squats with their workout plan. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to quickly fix the two leading causes of this though, so instead of experiencing pain from this powerful movement, you experience the killer gains that doing them correctly can and will deliver. The first culprit we'll talk about is tightness in the muscles surrounding the main joints that are involved in the squat. I'm talking your hips, your knees, and ankles. For me, and many others out there that are squatting, this is most commonly the hip flexors, the IT band, and the soleus. When these areas are tight, they have a strong tendency to force bad form habits like a knee valgus, where your knees cave inwards instead of being out like they're supposed to be during a squat, as well as your heels rising up off the ground at the bottom of the squat. And these two collective issues force poor tracking and joint misalignment that lead to a quad dominant instead of posterior dominant squat, which ultimately leaves you with knee pain during and after the squat. So to combat that, the first thing I'm gonna do before starting a squat-led workout is mobilize these joints with 4 quick drills: a dynamic hip flexor stretch, a 90-90 stretch, a goalie stretch, and finally a soleus and calf stretch. Now, once I do a round 2 or however many is needed for me to feel loose and fluid enough to be able to get into the bottom of a good squat, I then will start warming up with the actual squat movement pattern. And this leads me to the second main issue lifters have that typically leads to knee pain during the squat. And that is improper tracking that leads to joint misalignment, and again, that knee valgus that has your knees caving inwards instead of being pushed outwards like they're supposed to be during the squat. Now, when I'm talking about poor hip tracking or joint misalignment during the squat, what you'll typically see during the squat movement is this. Someone will squat straight down instead of tracking their hips back before breaking at their knees, which leads to their heels coming off the ground and knees tracking forward instead of being stacked on top of their ankles at the bottom like they're supposed to. This, especially when combined with knee valgus, where your knees cave inwards, puts a lot of shearing force on your knees, which is the root cause of almost all of the acute and chronic pain many experience when squatting. So to combat both of these issues, after I hit those 4 stretches that I talked about earlier, I'll then do 2 hip circle exercises, lateral band walks moving side to side, and segmented pause squats that help improve proper activation of the muscles I want to prime during the squat and help automatically improve tracking so that my form is picture perfect whenever I have weight that I am using during the squat. Now, after each of the stretching and activation drills are done and I feel primed, ready, and fluid enough to squat with some added weight, some external load, I'll then start getting after it. Here's what this entire 3 to 5 minute warm-up sequence will look like. Try it out next time you want to squat, and I promise you'll immediately feel a big difference in your performance and long-term see some solid gains in size, strength, as well as explosiveness without any of the nagging knee pain that makes you feel like you can't squat right now. guys, thanks for checking out today's video. Before you leave, I want to remind you that although the free 30-day Kettlebell Warrior Challenge is currently live, you can still join along if you sign up right now. All you got to do is register for your free account on my Kettlebell Warrior Brotherhood app on the school system, and you'll automatically be granted full access to everything that comes with this entire 30-day transformation program. A month's worth of follow-along video workouts packed with coaching cues that help assure you get the best performance gains possible, my exact diet and supplement plan that will help you maximize the speed and degree of the gains you can get from each of the sacrifices you make with all of these workouts, and most importantly, the motivation and support of myself and the rest of my Kettlebell Warrior Brotherhood, who will hold your ass accountable to being the best version of yourself possible while going through this entire 30-day transformation process. Again, this entire 30-day challenge is 100% free of charge. You will not need to bring out your credit card at all today. All you have to do to register for it is click either the first link you see in the description box or the pinned link at the top of the comment section down below. And once on that page, follow the simple cues to set up a free account inside the Kettlebell Warrior Brotherhood app. That's it. It'll take you less than a minute to do, and I assure you, by the end of this next 30 days, you'll be so happy that you did. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. MANdler out.